Hey, what's up everyone? Fluffy Armchair Admiral here with another video about Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Before we begin today's video, I'd like to remind you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already and use that bell to make sure you won't miss out on any content from me. I would also like to encourage you to join my Discord server, where you can interact with me and other Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts fans, share some of your crazy designs, suggest a cool scenario, or just chill. You can find link in description down below this video. So, welcome back in another episode of Custom Battle Scenarios series. In this episode, we are going to take a look at first scenario that was selected by you, dear viewers. So, as I promised in previous episode, every single scenario that was posted before previous video aired was put into a vote, and today it's time to take the winner and feature it in and feature such scenario in my today's video. So congratulations to Pepper. His scenario had the most votes. You should basically see a short screenshot or small screenshot from my Discord server with the vote results. And second place was taken by Alternative History by Dinner, which is going to roll out to next week's vote. So congratulations to both of you. Definitely I will look into those scenarios, and I wish you luck next time, Dinner. Hopefully your scenario will make it through. And to anyone who's just watching, I would like to encourage you to join the Discord server. Even if you don't want to post scenarios, you can always cast your vote and select the winner for next video. So that's one of the things you can do only on my Discord server. Join in, it's free, and have fun. Right, so what this scenario is all about. So after World War II ended, the Russians, not content with just half of Europe, tries to take out the rest of mainland Europe. And the only major power standing in their way is France. You are to play as France and try and destroy the Russian fleet. At your disposal is 2 battleships, 1 battlecruiser, 4 heavy cruisers, 6 light cruisers, and 10 destroyers. The Russian fleet consists of 2 battlecruisers captured from the Germans, 7 heavy cruisers, 5 light cruisers, and 2 destroyers. Your battleships are the most modern ones you have, built in secret in French Madagascar. They have 12 17-inch guns, 18 8-inch guns, 12 5-inch guns, and 10 torpedoes. Everything is balanced except for displacement, bulkheads, and speed. Speed is 20 knots, and the others are maximum. You can also decide how much torpedo protection you want, what shell type and complement you want, and what hydro and radar you want. Good luck. You're the only thing standing in the way of the Soviet conquest of Europe. You have moderate deck armor, but extensive belt and turret armor. Pepper. Right, there is also a name for this ship. To be fair, I'm not good at French, so I will probably butcher it plenty of times throughout this video, so I do apologize for that. So we are to name our ship Saveur, or Saveur, okay, never mind. Right, so let's switch into the game window. As you can see, I lined up everything. There is only one change I made to make things a little bit more balanced, because from what you can see, the lineups are definitely not favorable towards Russian Empire. Let me just select French Empire for myself. To make it a little bit more balanced. The warships I'm gonna design are limited to 1930s. As the maximum year is 1940 that I can select, Russian Empire will design the most modern battleships and warships in general. Their fleet is smaller, but it will be 10 years in advance to mine. So hopefully that will act as some sort of balancer to make things a little bit more spicy. For this battle, it was not described by Pepper. I will start 30 kilometers away from Russian fleet. Why is that? Well, I am going to use quite modern equipment, so to make use of radar and all that stuff, fleet need to start at significant distance from each other in order to actually benefit from those devices. That's why we are starting further away. Right, so let's design our ship. I am to design a battleship. So there are a few different designs that I can go for, starting from super battleships up to Dreadnought 3, which is definitely not the biggest warship I can design. As long as I can put 12 18-inch guns on top of the deck of that ship, I'm perfectly fine. I think modernized Dreadnought would suit me best in that function. It's not exactly the most modern warship ever, but it's not gonna be the worst. 64,000 tons is hopefully more than enough to actually serve the right purpose. I've already set all the parameters. I just need to name our ship. So that's let me just write it down. So there we go. We got our name. I'm really terrible at French. I never learned that language, so every time I see French name, I will most likely butcher it. But well, it happens. It's not intentional though. Right, so let me just put some towers in and let's try to fit all that guns on top of the deck. We will start from this and then we'll work our way up because definitely we need to fit quite a lot of equipment on top of that ship. So modern tower 4 is going to go here, for example. Secondary tower, I don't want this big one, I need something smaller. There we go. This one looks interesting. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see. Funnel. Tell funnel. If I could... no. Can I turn them? Oh, we can't turn funnels anymore. Thick funnel. No, it doesn't work. Tall funnel. Nope. Thick funnel 3. Nope. So we are stuck with only... Oh my goodness me. Just this funnel. That's no good. I need different main tower then. I need something that can fit my thick funnels. Thick funnel. There we go. There we go. We will definitely need some proper engine for that. So I will go for forced boiler to make sure that I got engine efficiency to actually run this ship. Thankfully I'm running at 20 knots, so I should be perfectly fine. So let's focus on installing our... Ooh, that might be a problem. Without barbettes, I might not be able to fit 17-inch guns, isn't it? These enlarged barbettes don't really suit. Yeah. Right, different hull. Perhaps modern battleship. Can we... No, we can't use huge barbettes, so super battleship. Yeah, I guess. There we go. That's where we can use huge superimposed barbettes. I was really hoping to design something smaller, but with the guns that I have to put, yeah, it would be much better to use bigger hull. Okay, yeah. Let me just set the parameters right, because they reset as soon as I changed the hull. So we are back with maximum bulkheads, maximum displacement, and speed of 20 knots. Same as we are supposed to set it. I'm really not sure how is this going to work. I'm not fan of this hull, mostly because it doesn't even fit in the dockyard, as you can see. But well, let's do what we can. Let's see how much we can design the modern battleship of French Empire. So I will push this tower a little bit more to the middle, perhaps. Let's try to balance this design. That looks actually pretty good. We are already having some weight offset to the front. Perhaps, oh, that's the closest to the, well, that's the furthest to the back I can put my stuff in. So let's install our main guns. So we can, well, we have to install 17-inch guns. Triples sounds like a perfect choice. And we already have some weight offset to the front, which is not exactly what I want. Let me just put a huge superimposed barbette, and we need 6 more guns. So with that said, I need to put, ooh, this one doesn't fit onto this. Place on sides, why? Did I selected side guns? Yeah, I accidentally selected side guns. Right, I could go with that configuration. And that pretty much makes this ship very, very balanced. In fact, it is... Wow, it is dangerously balanced. I am already scared of that ship. Not to mention that when I put all the secondary guns and stuff, it will be even worse for the enemy. So I look forward to see that. We don't have to install any casemate guns, however we need secondary guns. From what I remember, grand total of 18 8-inch guns, which is huge. So 6 triple turrets should solve the problem, in my opinion. We can turn them. Oh no, we can't. We can just install them like that. There we are. And that is 18 8-inch turrets. Fantastic, that is solved. How does this look? Yeah, it's clipping through the ship. I don't really like the idea of having such a big turrets in here. Yeah, let's remove them. I'll try to squeeze them in a different manner. Yeah, this is a massive turret. I really don't like it. I like this one. So this one can be triple. It can definitely turn. But I need much more spaces for them. And that is not helping. Yeah, this is really, really bad. I can't squeeze it in this place, because obviously if I would move one of those towers to the front, it would cause massive imbalance. And I don't want to do that. How am I supposed to do that? Right, let's squeeze it in. I really don't like the fact that they are clipping, but on the other hand, it's really almost impossible to balance this ship, mostly because mostly because barbettes have those snapping points, and they are absolutely terribly designed. I really don't like the fact that we have to use the snapping point. I hope, and basically many people in the community hopes, that barbettes will be unlocked same as guns are, and that players will have much more freedom to put those barbettes in various places, so that we can design more and more balanced warships. Anyway, for now we have to live with what we got. It's still not that bad. We can still do something, but yeah, I really dislike that. If I could move those guns further to the back, then I could move the superstructure further to the back and eventually mingle with various different designs. It reminds me I need to put funnels in, so that's what I got. I will use mega funnel 2, 2 of them in fact, so that I can have enough engine efficiency without even changing my boilers. I can make it even better by giving balanced boilers, induced boilers, or forced boilers that basically throws everything over the top. But I can even go with natural boilers and I'm fine. And even with 15% less funnel capacity, I can easily propel this ship. Anyway, let's focus on the guns. We got 5-inch guns that we still need to install. And there is 12 of them. So that is, that is 6 double turrets, 4 triple turrets, or 12 single turrets. So I would go with double turrets, and I can install them on these spots. And they basically fit perfectly. I got all the equipment that I was required to, apart from torpedoes. And when it comes to torpedoes, this is a very, very difficult choice, because I would like to go with less with more launchers, with less torpedoes in each launcher. But that is really, really tough choice. So at the back, I would put triple launchers, if I can. And yes, I can. So there we go. We got 6. And I need 4 more. So double launchers could eventually be placed somewhere here, if I could squeeze them on. How far I need to go? Yeah, if I could squeeze them on, then basically, overlaps with modern tower. There we go. That's as close as I can put them. And with that, I can basically have enough launchers. I can also have them spread out, so if a triple launcher on either side gets destroyed, there's always a double launcher that can take over and still fire some torpedoes. When it comes to torpedoes, I am going to go with 22-inch torpedoes. And perhaps let's go with electric ones. I want range over the speed, so it's really nice to have those torpedoes that are really hard to detect. Right, so that's basically the bulk of our ship. It's not bad. It's pretty well balanced, in fact. It has slight offset towards the back, which I can fight with by just grabbing this little tower and moving it slightly more to the front. There we go. That is perfectly balanced, in fact. And I get even better angles on my tower. So that improves this ship massively. Pitch and roll are basically manageable. We got almost no penalty to our accuracy. And what we need to install is radar, that's for sure. Radio direction finder. Sonar station 3, that's for sure. And coincidence or stereoscopic rangefinder. There we go. With that, we got slight offset towards the front, but like 0.1% is pretty much non-existent. Anti-float 3, why not? Throttle back for that better armor. Anti-torp. Anti-torp would be at 5, yeah. I will take the maximum protection. Barbette, yeah, maximum. And triple hull bottom. Triple? Nah, double. There we go. Double hull bottom seems like a good idea. Turbo electric drive 2, or... yeah, let's go for it. And perhaps geared steam turbines 2, so we got some weight saved. Oil fuel, which is much lighter. We are down to 87,000 tons. And shaft 3. So we have some good repairs. We are pretty much at maximum capacity of that ship. To prevent any magazine explosions, I would like to take 2 powder for this build. When it comes to torpedoes, I will take reduced torpedo rounds. I think that makes it so I got... how much reloads I got on doubles? That should be 3 reloads. 2 Oh, in fact, yeah. That is 2 shots per launcher, is it? And here is 6 per launcher. Yeah, standard gives me 3 shots per launcher. And extended gives me 4 shots per launcher. Not bad, not bad. It's much better than it used to be. They definitely fixed that. We used to get like 5 or 6 shots per launcher on the extended, and like 4 on standard, which was ridiculous. Anyway, let's go for standards. That should make it quite balanced. I'm not going to put any special equipment on the turrets. It's just a waste of weight. Let's take heavy shells and perhaps increased ammunition. I want this ship to have really large reserves of ammunition. And now it's time for our armor. So definitely turrets. Yeah, turrets have 15, so we can leave them as they are. A belt, if we can put it up to 19, I would be... Oh no, 19 is... Oh, in fact, if we would take crab 4, 19 would make a difference. So we got 19. Yeah, and we still got plenty of space. Extended belt. Let's make it 10. Why not? So this is going to be close distance brawler, that's for sure. Our deck armor is moderate. So I assume that 8-inch would be good with extended of 5. That's really heavy armor anyway. Conning tower, let's match it with turret armor. And finally, turret top can have 8-inch, secondaries can have 7. Belts, we can still keep cranking up on belt. So extended belt can go up. Let's try to set it at 15 perhaps. No, 15 would be too much. Maybe 12.5 then. Yeah, 12.5. And let's try to give as much normal belt armor as possible, so this ship can really work as a heavyweight. Okay, that's good. Can we add something to turret front? No. Conning tower perhaps? Oh, conning tower can take more, yes. So that is a good protection to have. Conning tower of 16-inch is going to protect my Admiral from being kicked. 16.8-inch in fact on conning tower. That is really great result. Providing that we have double hull bottom, we got anti-float 3, we got all that stuff, all that good stuff. Oh, but we forgot bulkheads to be reinforced. Let's leave them at standard. Let's see what happens. So we got all the goodies. However, we only have standard bulkheads. So if enemy will start fire or will start flooding, we might see some more damage coming in. Same goes to damage that we take. If enemy eventually punches through our armor, our bulkheads are no longer protecting us. So we are well defended on the outside, but we are very squishy on the inside. Perhaps this is going to be very interesting design, and it might lead to some interesting outcomes. Anyway, let me just quickly grab a couple of photos so we can eventually create a thumbnail for this video. And then let's crank up into the battle. There we go. I love what I got. Right, too bad I can't hide those menus. Oh, I can fold them. That's for sure. Anyway, the photo is made without those anyway. Right. Good. Let's start the battle. Right. Level is loading. Okay. Missing require mounts. Modern towers, secondary big BB, 6 friends. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Right. So, we are playing as French Empire. That's the lineups for both teams. We are going to be commanding only our battleship. The rest will be commanded by AI. That's how I'm going to do this. So I will consider this mission as a success if my battleship will survive. If Saver gets sunk by enemy forces, the scenario will end in a defeat. Whether the rest of the fleet is in a good condition or not. So enemy has to sink only my battleship. And they need to get through all that other fleet members that I got. My task is to sink every single enemy ship. So if they run away, or if they survive, or if Saver gets sunk, I failed. Let's get going. Okay, I need to split Saver from the fleet. And now, Masena AI, BC AI, CAs AI. Every single one of you gets under control of AI. There we go, and Saver is my only ship that I will command in person. Let me just turn on the time compression for now. Perhaps not that much. And let's see what enemy has prepared for us. So their ships are equipped with... what is that? Well, they look large, but they are not that large. I think those will be 11 or 12-inch guns. Not too great. That is definitely not too great. I expected enemy to have a little bit bigger guns that could eventually punch through armor of my battleships. This is very worrisome, and I'm afraid that enemy might not be able to fight with me. But we'll see. They got 10 years of technological advantage over us, so hopefully it will have the desired results of enemy fleet being a bit superior to ours. Let's see through other of their ships. So this looks like a heavy cruiser. They look like they might have 9-inch guns, some 6 or 7-inch guns secondaries, and perhaps 2 or 3-inch guns small secondaries, along with some torpedoes. That's good, that's good. Those torpedoes are very, very desirable. And the enemy definitely will have some advantage with them. There are other warships. That appears to be like another heavy cruiser. They also have torpedoes. Okay, let's see. Light cruisers. They do have some torpedoes, some light guns. Definitely good thing to have when you face against large destroyer force. So those ships can eventually pose some threat to my destroyers and light cruisers. And finally, the destroyers. Oh, these are really poor. They have 2 separate torpedo launchers, triple and double. Some small guns that appears to be like 3 or 4-inch. Lots of funnels. They seem to be very agile and fast. So hopefully that will turn the tide towards enemy's favor. Right, our forces began targeting the enemy. Let me just quickly switch to Saver. I need to make sure that I'm rushing towards the enemy. I don't want to stay within the formation. I would like to get as close as possible and eventually get this battle going as soon as possible. For now, both fleets are just like checking on each other, like it's present, checking on how strong the enemy might be. but nothing more. There's like a exchange of friendly blows, I would say, as much as they can be friendly at war. Looks good. It looks good. My fleet is not too accurate, so I haven't sunk anything yet. Enemy haven't sunk anything yet. However, I scored some first hits. Oh, and our battle cruisers suffered from a first hit. Its structural points went down by 2 points. Its floatability is going down because they caused flooding. Enemy battle cruiser took a hit. Oh, and a massive hit just struck. What is that? That is enemy heavy cruiser, is it? Yeah, that is. So enemy heavy cruiser is in really, really bad shape. She's retreating with 2 of her engines down, fire and flooding. Okay, they fixed fire and flooding, but the ship is definitely retreating and it's not in the best of conditions. That has been really, really bad situation for that guy. He survived though, so he still has chance to recover. Enemy cruiser took another hit. That's a light cruiser in this case, but she is getting closer and closer to my ship, so that might mean that she is trying to release a torpedo attack. If that's the case, we might soon see some torpedoes in the water. In the meantime, Ensign Henry just took a hit. Yep, enemy light cruiser just unleashed a torpedo attack from his starboard side, and now it's time to release something from port side. Ooh, but she took some hits from me. For some reason she's not... Oh, more hits are coming. Yeah, that was a bad decision. Bad call. Bad call. Multiple hits struck Volga, and she's now in full retreat. Diana is trying to assist, but I guess it's not going to help much. In the meantime, Ensign Henry is taking more and more hits, and so far she is doing really, really good, providing how much hits she received. Let me see what Saver is doing. Saver is sailing directly into the enemy force. She unleashed some salvo with from front guns. Unfortunately, this one wasn't accurate. My torpedoes are in the water heading towards enemy formation, but enemy light cruiser definitely have spotted them. My destroyers, what are they doing? They are providing nice smoke cover for rest of the formation, which is very good. Oh, we scored a penetrating and flooding hit on Volga. She's still fighting at the front line for some reason, despite taking multiple hits before. That might not exactly be the best idea. Oh, over penetration with fire and flooding. Yeah, that was a massive hit. What appears to be... I'm not sure what ship just struck her, but that might have been my battle cruiser. Is it? Or that was probably the other battleship. Definitely those shots didn't came from Saver. Save game. Ah, please, that name is a torch. Anyway, Volga is about to die. That's for sure. She is about to sink. She's now heavy listing to the port side, and she is definitely going down. Yeah, further penetrating shots, and she is down at the moment. Yeah, that's Volga gun. Okay, so that's first blood drawn. In the meantime, our torpedoes are making their way throughout enemy formation. Enemy light cruisers. Ooh, Russo just took massive hit from... that was definitely coming from Saver. Yeah, one overpen and one penetration, so definitely our battleship scored some hit. And Rus suffered from flash fire. That is a devastating. More penetrations from small arms. Yeah, we are completely destroying that ship. I'm not going to lie, Rus is in terrible condition. In the meantime, Sirocco and Kersant are taking some fire from those light and heavy cruisers of enemy. So definitely they do some job. They keep my destroyers away from enemy force. They prevent me from getting any closer with those light forces. Not that I would order them to do that, because I let that privilege to AI commander. I am just taking command of Saver, who is now ordered to rush towards enemy. I am also splitting away of my formation, and I will attempt to kill the enemy from different flank. And that is my plan. I will make that run for it, and hopefully my fleet will keep enemy occupied enough so that I can do my job from different angle and eventually score some great hits. Russo is taking more and more shots from me. Those are small arms, so probably they won't deal great deal of damage. However, there is still a chance that something bad will happen to her. Some ricochets and yeah, penetration. Wow. There's more and more of these shots coming. Oh, that was a massive hit from our battlecruiser, probably Saint Charles. We caused flooding. We definitely caused some critical damage to Rus. Two of her engines are down. Her rudder is down. She's on fire and she's taking on water. That is really critical situation. Ooh, penetration again. Another penetration. My fleet, wow, my gunners are smashing it tonight. Rus is sinking. Right, so we sunk 2 of enemy ships at the moment. Let's see what else we can do. We are being attacked by Sviatoslav, who is now rushing towards my destroyers. For some reason she decided that it's a good idea to do so. She's not shooting at anything, or at least it doesn't appear that she is shooting at a great deal of ships. But my ships are not really dealing much damage to her. She was pretty much ignored by everything else except destroyers, who can't really penetrate through their armor. Oh, initial partial penetration and some fire on Sviatoslav. That's good. Diana suffered from some hit recently. That's no good. And Saver is getting into our torpedoes. Yeah, we've spotted some of them, so we will try to avoid as many as possible. Definitely enemy Bogatyr and rest of light cruisers have unleashed some torpedo salvo. Saver unleashed her own torpedoes towards enemy cruisers, so we'll see how it goes for us. Probably our salvo will completely miss, but I'm hoping that eventually we will deal some damage. I'm actually surprised to see that this isn't exactly that one-sided battle that I was expecting. It's in fact going much better for the enemy than I expected. Bogatyr is taking some hits from my secondaries. There is much more penetrating hits as I'm getting closer and closer. And I've just spotted enemy torpedoes. The question is, can I eventually turn fast enough to avoid being hit by this one? Oh, this is very close. And I got hit. It didn't deal that much damage to me, but I was actually hoping that I can do something more. And as a result of that hit, my rudder got damaged, which is not exactly the best idea to lose your rudder right next to enemy forces. This is very dangerous situation, in fact. but my battle cruiser decided to assist me, along with some light cruisers and heavy cruiser. So, in fact, my crazy rush in the middle of enemy formation can prove successful. Saver has launched some torpedoes, and when my rudder got fixed, I regained control over my ship, and I can now turn. So that's good, that's good. I would like to aim at Svernaya Zvezda with my secondaries pointing at Ryo. She launched torpedoes, so that is very, very dangerous situation, but I think most of those torpedoes have been aimed at my battle cruiser. Yeah, more torpedoes coming from Saver, who is now about to get rammed by Saint Charles, as well as we are getting hit by enemy torpedoes. In fact, more and more enemy torpedoes are approaching. Thankfully, I got more than enough torpedo protection to survive all of this, but it's definitely not a good situation. Ryan is sinking, very good. I will set my secondaries to aim at Bogatyr, while at the same time my main guns will continue firing at Svernaya Zvezda. I'm trying to avoid Bogatyr's torpedoes, which were fired recently. I've noticed them thanks to my sonar. I am taking very hard turn to port. Because of that, I'm missing Svernaya Zvezda. Bogatyr is taking fire from rest of my forces, and enemy cruiser, wow, Diana just took 4 hits out there. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and she's sinking. I'm not sure what happened back there because I couldn't exactly see what's going on. But yeah, those hits were really, really brutal. Bogatyr is getting pummeled by my secondary guns, while at the same time main guns are ordered to keep firing at Svernaya Zvezda, and they are not too accurate in doing that. That doesn't sound really good. Anyway, my destroyers and light cruisers are absolutely destroying enemy fleet. Bogatyr is down. I will switch my secondaries to Światoslav, and I will continue attacking Svernaya Zvezda with my main guns. In fact, my torpedoes are getting very close to enemy cruiser, and if I'm lucky, one of those will actually hit. I don't see much chances to do so, but it may happen. It may always happen. Right, Saver just launched more torpedoes. We are down to just 2 torpedoes left in our magazines. Oh, and I took a torpedo which I basically didn't see. Wow. I need to watch out on that. Saver is taking more and more torpedo hits, and enemy is still doing quite good. I'm actually surprised how well enemy is holding against me. I'm having my battleship pretty much almost ramming into enemy forces, but I still can't sink anything. I can't hit Svernaya Zvezda. I can't hit Światoslav. I will slow down to 16 knots and see if that can help. Some of my forces are actually going along with me. My destroyers, cruisers and all that stuff keeps pushing as I push on the enemy. That's really good that AI is keeping that momentum along with me. It's really motivating to see that. Right, so Shift Alt right click to order that. Okay, so I will order Saver to change her target. While my secondaries are pummeling Światoslav, I want my main guns to fire at Gleb. This way I can split my attack force to attack 2 different heavy cruisers. I also slowed down to reasonable speed. Why are my torpedoes still... Oh, okay, they are split between 2 groups, so my triple launchers still have some torpedoes. There are still 3 torpedoes in them. And it looks like they just have been fired against Svernaia Zvezda, which is good. My secondaries are doing great job against Sviatoslav, and I am slowing down, which means that my guns will become more accurate. Maybe not exactly as accurate as I would like them to, but they are definitely much more accurate than they used to be. Wow, we are doing great. I'm really surprised how well this goes. However, enemy still has plenty of forces, so I need to be on a lookout for those pesky torpedoes. And in fact, an enemy is holding really well. Despite being in great disadvantage, they are holding really long. And the longer they hold, the more my ships are suffering from various damage. Oh, my main guns just scored a hit on Gleb. It wasn't that great as I would like it to. My torpedoes just hit Svernaia Zvezda, which is adding to her misery. She is now sinking. Gleb is actually getting into another of those torpedoes, and there is high chance she's gonna get hit. How does it look for her? Yeah, it doesn't look good for her. She's gonna take that one. Oh yes, she's gonna take it. Right in the nose. Oh, 896, that was a critical hit. She is suffering from flooding, so that was a great shot. But unfortunately, Sviatoslav decided to unleash her torpedo salvo against me, and that is a good call because Saver is not able to avoid those. So I'm going to take all of them like a boss. Like a boss. That wasn't the best of my maneuvers, not gonna lie. I'm sailing pretty much in a straight line to get as much advantage as I can in terms of accuracy, but that puts me in disadvantage when it comes to defending against torpedoes, because I can't effectively avoid any torpedoes if I'm not maneuvering. Svernaia Zvezda just took accidental hit that was meant for Gleb from my main guns, and she's still alive. In fact, enemy cruisers are taking more and more hits from my main guns, and I just can't hit them. Despite my guns having like 7.5% accuracy, which is pretty good, I am unable to sink 3 heavy cruisers. So there is a high chance that enemy will eventually overcome my torpedo protection. Which doesn't mean that that they will have easy time. I have such a strong torpedo protection that I can pretty much keep sailing at a straight line. And there is no point for me to actually maneuver, because there's no chance that I will outmaneuver those torpedoes at this range. Yeah, there is more and more and more. Oh my goodness me. Yikes. Yeah, I am taking more and more hits. I definitely need to start thinking about retreating a little bit further. Otherwise I might die. Yeah, I am taking more and more. Svernaia Zvezda is still alive. Oh, Gleb just took a massive hit. She is sinking. Svernaia Zvezda is also sinking. But I took another 3 torpedo hits. Oh, and my engines are down. Right, all my guns are pointing at Sviatoslav right now, and I'm sailing towards Deris and via Nadezhda, who are just, yeah, they are just waiting to unleash their torpedoes against Saver. I really need to start thinking about gaining some extra distance from enemy, because if I will keep pushing as hard as I am, it might end really bad for me. I just unleashed a salvo against Makchalkala. She is in pretty bad condition already. But I did no damage. I basically scored a ricochet against her. Sviatoslav is still being pummeled by my secondaries. They are not dealing great amount of damage, which is making me a little bit worried if I shall continue this rush. I probably shouldn't. Right, Deris still haven't fired her torpedoes, and Novaya Nadezhda is still holding up as well. Right, Sviatoslav unleashed her torpedoes against me, but she's gonna miss. In the meantime, Makchalkala is taking more and more damage from my light forces, who now retreated a little bit. In fact, I am surprised because my forces have spread out so thin. Wow, this is really, really bad. Right. I actually started to be afraid that I might run out of ammunition before I will be able to sink the enemy. Let's put the time compression on. Okay. More torpedoes coming my way, but I managed to... Okay, Makchalkala is dead. So that's first of enemy battle cruisers down. That is really good. And now we are attacking, what is that called? Penza. So Penza is taking fire from our main guns. And Sviatoslav is still being damaged by our secondaries. I am doing a full 180-degree circle to rejoin with my forces, preferably. And in the meantime, I'm attacking Penza, who is sinking now. She suffers from flooding, and she's at 12% buoyancy. Oh, she took another hit and further flooding. I don't think she's going to survive after that. 4% down to 3. 2, 3. She's recovering. She keeps pumping up, but more shots are on the way. Oh, and massive hit, which basically didn't do much. Not going to lie, I am surprised how well Penza is holding at that last stroke. She is still afloat, despite being hit so badly that in normal circumstances captain would probably call to abandon the ship, even in Russian Navy, I guess. Depending on the nation, there might be various rules in regards to how to treat your sailors, but I believe that even Russian Navy, which I'm not sure if it's known from like enforcing bravery upon your soldiers by shooting them in the face when they try to retreat. I think that Navy is actually allowing to retreat. So yeah, normally this captain would either retreat from the battle, which in this case is barely possible. They are still in the range of my radars and long-range guns, so they would probably try to abandon ship and surrender in the hope to not sink the ship, or they would sink the ship and basically moved their command to different one. Anyway, Penza is now sinking, so that's all enemy battle cruisers down. Let me go back to my ship. I did a full 180-degree circle, and I will now focus my fire on Deris, who is the closest target to me and most dangerous target, because with that distance that she's from away from me, she can fire a torpedo attack against my ship, and I've already suffered from quite a lot of torpedo strikes, and I wouldn't like to take any more. In fact, I just spotted more torpedoes heading my way, and it looks like I might take one more if I won't make it to turn on time. Perhaps. Yeah, I made it. I just barely made... No! Oh, you bastard. Right. We still... Well, we suffered light damage from that torpedo. It blew up right next to my ship. 2 more enemy cruisers have sunk. And looks like there is more of them getting pummeled by my light forces. My destroyers are dealing great damage to them, in fact. Let me see. I caused 2 torpedo hits. So those the only... Is it... Oh no, that's only this guy, or is it... how is it? Oh yeah, just my destroyers scored a 2 torpedo hits, so that's probably on Światoslav, or yeah, probably that's Światoslav. Deris took a massive damage from Savir. That can be definitely seen here. Enemy cruiser is sinking. And there is more torpedoes coming my way. I can easily avoid them. Nice, there's quite a lot of happening in this battle. I'm pretty much unable to track everything. But Deris is in a really bad shape right now. Oh yes, she's not... Oh, that was a massive hit. She is gone. She is definitely gone. I will be greatly surprised if Deris will survive after that one. Yeah, there's more shots coming. Yeah, she is done for. She is done for. She is definitely done for. Oh, that doesn't look good. That is looking really bad. Let me just take a good photo. Yeah. Okay. So there is sunk. What else do we have? We got 2 destroyers that are somewhere. In fact, they are fighting with my destroyers. And there is 1 heavy cruiser who is now being targeted by Savir, who is moving at very slow speed. She can't keep up, that's for sure. She's definitely not fit to chase the target. So I might be out of the battle. Not completely though. There is still chance for me to actually deal some damage. I can still deal some long range damage, that's for sure. And there are torpedoes coming from Deris, I think. I think that's how the ship was called. I already managed to forget. Anyway, those 2 torpedoes that are going to hit me can be last game changer. Nope. This one just caused a flooding, which is something that I can manage. Oh, enemy destroyer has sunk. Another torpedo hit and another flooding. But it doesn't do a great deal of damage to me. I respond with 17-inch shots, and they are about to land. No success. My guns have 2% accuracy. That is no good. Right, let's look at something different. Our Saint-Charles, our battle cruiser, is heavily damaged. Let's look what she has. She has 16-inch guns, 8 of them in 4 double turret configurations. They actually look really funny on that ship. They are way too large. I think battle cruiser guns should be limited to like 14-15 inch. Because like 18-inch guns on a battle cruiser is a little bit ridiculous. That's way over the top. Anyway, she unleashed a salvo against enemy destroyer, who is fighting with our light cruiser the Grasse. And yeah, she's not letting her go. She is turning towards enemy destroyer, fighting really vigorously. Yeah. That is going to be a vicious battle of small blows. I have to admit that the Grasse is very inaccurate with her efforts. She fires quite often, very often in fact, but that accuracy is really, really disappointing. But remember, it's 1.1 kilometer. Like, even though in the game it looks like, yeah, those ships are right next to each other, why can't you hit? Well, because that's in fact 700 meters. Oh, and enemy destroyer just took a hit from some large caliber guns. Okay, so the Grasse is now switching fire to last enemy cruiser. So this is the last warrior of the Russian Empire. She's being fired upon by everything. Saver just fired her latest salvo against her, but it was very inaccurate at the very most. Oh, Saint-Gervais managed to score a 16-inch hit against Novaya Nadezhda, and she is not letting Saint-Gervais go without any damage. She definitely retaliates very successfully with very accurate 9-inch gunfire, causing massive damage to Saint-Gervais and forcing her to retreat. So that is definitely well-designed heavy cruiser. Unfortunately, it is, well, to say the least, not enough to survive against that massive fleet. She's suffering from multiple floodings, she's suffering from fire, her engines are pretty much out, and her rudder is not really working. Entire stern of her ship is pretty much sinking, and that doesn't look good to Novaya Nadezhda, who managed to sink my... Oh, the Grasse. The Grasse is sinking due to heavy flooding. She probably suffered from a torpedo hit, either from Novaya Nadezhda or from that destroyer that just sank before we moved to Novaya Nadezhda. Saint-Gervais is in a very bad shape though. She is directly fighting with enemy cruiser. And the question is she going to survive? And if so, how much damage is she gonna sustain? Oh my goodness me, 16-inch hit against Novaya Nadezhda, and she's now about to get hit by torpedo as well. Yeah, that's one, and there's more coming. No chance to avoid them. That's enemy cruiser gone. Oh, another torpedo hit, another flooding. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Novaya Nadezhda is about to go down. Come on, there's more torpedoes coming from multiple directions. Yeah, she's done for. However, her armor is actually surviving quite large beating. She's now very close to my destroyers. That's last strain that she's trying to pull. Is she going to ram? Is she going for a ram? Oh, she just suffered from flash fire. There are torpedoes on her way. Yeah, I don't see much chances for her. She is done for. Yep, and she is done for. Wow, that was really entertaining, and that was really nice finish of this battle. So I don't know what to say. Well, thank you, Pepper, in the first place. Thank you, Pepper, for posting this scenario. I hope I did well. I hope that you are satisfied with the result. I hope that everyone else who watched this video was satisfied with how this scenario played. And finally, I would like to remind you that if you want to post a scenario of your own, you can always pop into my Discord and post it on appropriate Discord text channel. Everyone can post it. There is no limit of amount of scenarios that you can post. And every week I'm gathering submitted scenarios by you and make a vote out of them, so you can decide which scenarios are being played next. Obviously nothing is getting nothing guns. So even if your scenario won't win the first place, even if your scenario won't win the second place, they can always get into a pool of scenarios that I will then handpick from. So definitely I will be picking those most interesting scenarios that didn't make it through the voting procedure. And at some point I will, or every now and then, I will be releasing a video with one of the scenarios that I will handpick instead of scenario that was voted for. So there is always a chance that you will be featured, and I'm really grateful for your input. Another good reason to join the Discord server is ability to actually vote. You can't vote if you are not in place of voting, and voting happens only on Discord, I'm afraid. So join in and have some fun. Enjoy chatting with rest of the people. Enjoy interactions with rest of the people. You can definitely have some fun in there. There are some interesting people who already joined. And finally have some impact on how this series goes. Right, so that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want to get informed about my new content, hit that notification bell button, and don't forget to share your comments down below. Have a great day and see you all later. Later. Out.